Hi, this is Sherry Craig, and you're watching Pepperscott Television. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
Excellent.
Look a lot better than the last guy.
Well, so you work for the Sun.
Right.
That's correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
What is this, a job interview?
Well, it could be.
Yeah, sure.
Do you
I
wanna
work for
work
beer. Did I mention that?
How about taking over the last guy's job?
You could do it, yeah.
Okay, you've traveled a lot, I hear.
Yeah?
Can you tell us about some interesting stories that have
Oh,
happened?
interesting story. Well, you see, that's the problem. They're also subjective. Things that are interesting to me probably bore the tears off their bore everybody else to death. I mean, I've traveled since I was about 4 years old.
Right.
I lived in Japan for 5 years. Lived all over England. My parents moved to New York when I was about 15, and then came up to Canada when I was about 16. I've been here in Canada since about, 1972,
Right.
I guess. Went to school here, grade 13, and then 3 years of Centennial College, studied journalism. Took a year off to play in a rock and roll band.
So you find that funny?
I don't think it's hilarious. I mean, I've bounced all over the place. I've done just about everything I ever wanted to do, and some things that I haven't done yet. But life's not over yet. Having a great time.
Excellent.
I think some of the most interesting things I've done are just working in journalism. I mean, I always say doing what I do is like getting paid to go to university. I mean, it's every day is something new, and I
So
learn
you're always
something.
learning new things.
Always learning new things.
So what's your favorite part of the job?
Learning. I think the best part is meeting people and learning and being out there and sometimes being able to help people.
Seeing what's happening and
But also you feel like you're in the center of things. I mean, you're there. I mean, they say this business is about you recording history. I mean, you're writing instant history is really what it's all about. Whether you do it as a journalist or in print, or whether you're on television or whatever, or even on the internet these days. But you're recording instant history, and that's the point. You give an account of the day's events or the week's events that people can go back to and reference when they want to find out what happened in 1988 or 1978 or whenever it was.
Now I find a lot of the current events are very negative. Do you get a positive spin on that ever?
See, people always ask us, why can't we put more good news in the paper?
Well, I know people aren't really interested in.
Well, they're not interested in good news. They want to know the dirt.
See the gore.
They want to see the gore. They want to know, did Monica really do that, and did Bill really do that to Monica? They want to know the dirt. They want to know the juicy bits. That's why when there's an accident on the Don Valley Parkway or any highway, and all these cars going the other way, they all slow down and look, because they want to see what's going on.
Right.
So I mean, it's part of human nature to find out the bad stuff, and bad news is controversial. I mean,
so what would you recommend to budding journalists?
Don't do it. Seriously, I think journalism is a great profession, and I mean I've had a lot of fun doing it. But I think that you have to have the right personality.
Right.
I think that a lot of people go into journalism thinking that they can write a little bit and they're fairly intelligent people and that they should survive in the business. The business is brutal. It'll eat you up and spit you out every time. You've got to have that kind of really aggressive terrier type personality to go out there and kick butt every day.
Right.
And you've got to be really competitive. And
with what's hot.
Yeah, and you got to keep digging, and you can't take no for an answer. You got to dig, and someone slams the door in your face, you go back and knock on it again. If it means working 12 hours, it means working 12 hours. It means never saying die or never saying quit. All these cliches, but it's true. I mean, it's important to get the right education, but it's just as important to have the right personality
and the right attitude.
And the right attitude. But having the right personality will help you develop that attitude.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Great.
Your check's going to be in the mail.
My check's in the mail. Just send beer.
I'm Sherry Craig for Pepperscott Television. Thank you.